So we have this lovely Three of Pentacles, which is about working hard and then rewarding yourself for your hard work, as these two are doing so beautifully. And it's really interesting because the soulmate card did come up for someone else. I can't remember who. I think it was Taurus. And the Three of Pentacles also came up for someone else. And I don't remember who it was. But if you look at the other signs, if you want to check out your friends and family or crush or a partner, then you might find it there as well. Okay, so Libra, it's really, really interesting because the wheel is very much taking center stage as I feel this energy for you, and it's major arcana energy, which is why it would make sense as well. But it feels just really like it's really popping. So I feel like whatever clarity you've been gaining in love about yourself, in love about another person, maybe bringing in information, a message coming in, information coming in that provides a lot of clarity. It just feels really clean to you because you are an air sign already, being Libra, and it just feels like it just makes sense. It's like a moment of clarity, a moment of higher consciousness, a light bulb going off, the epiphany. It's kind of like, oh, that makes sense. And with that consciousness, with that understanding, there is this sense of forward momentum, things moving suddenly and beautifully forward into a deeply emotional experience, possibly with a water sign, but not necessarily. Really lovely energy for you, Libra. I really love it. Then we have the soulmate, calling in your soulmate, and the playfulness card here. So a big push energetically about helping you to connect with a soulmate, right? If you're meeting a soulmate, keeping your vibration high so that that person stays in your vibrational field, because I did turn over the deck of the Romance Angels Oracle deck, and there's this separation card under here. So that's kind of an underlying energy that's available, this idea of having a little time apart. And so you want to make sure that if the soulmate does come in, if you sense that soulmate energy, a lot of times it can get very intense, and you can kind of latch onto that energy very quickly as being something that you need. And so remember that you don't ever need that you're whole and complete no matter who comes in, regardless of soulmate. And just so keeping your vibration high, keeping your thoughts positive, that's what helps your soulmate stay within your vibrational field. And then there's a sense of playfulness, right, which goes so lovely with the Prince of Summer, because he's and I say he because it's depicted here as a prince, but he's all about that sense of play and flirtation, and you can just kind of see him like reading poetry and playing guitar and wooing you like that. It's very lovely energy if it's not an individual, but if it's just an energy and not manifesting in an individual, say you're single and this person is not coming in for you yet. Energetically, there's a lot of support for it, but by being playful, by keeping your vibration light, going back to this sense of prayers and affirmations from a place where you feel the energy already, not where you feel a void of it, right? Where you feel the fullness of the excitement of being with your soulmate, as opposed to coming from a place where you feel a lack and a sadness that you don't have it. There's a subtlety there that if you play with more and more, Libra, you can begin to shift an old pattern and begin to move into a new consciousness about manifesting from a place of fullness. Message coming in very quickly for you. Okay, so this Three of Pentacles I've already spoke to. It really is nice energy. You and your soulmate are cooking up something energetically together. It's in the pot, it's stewing, and there's a lot of passion and availability here. Very, very nice energy. I'm going to get, I think what I want to do, I'm going to get 3 cards on this soulmate energy. The soulmate may be someone that you're already with, for those of you who are coupled, because it's fallen slightly in the position of what would be kind of considered the past, or it may just be someone who's coming in, during this time period. And again, these are energies that we're playing with, so if they're not manifested in the form of a person, energetically you're stewing it up. You've got that soulmate coming in for you energetically. You may feel, if you're not physically with this person, if you don't think it's anyone that you're hanging out with or that you know, you may feel their energy come to you already. You may intuit their presence, and so when that happens, rather than being doing your best not to be sad that you're not together yet, come from that place like, wow, I get to feel that energy. I get to feel that sense of connection with another that's so deep and so intimate and so powerful that I can't wait for it to happen in the physical. That's coming from a place of joy and excitement about it, as opposed to being sad that you don't have it. We had the Six of Winter energy, clarifying the soulmate, which is a lovely card of leaving behind troubled waters, going towards smoother waters. Could also indicate traveling across water to get to your soulmate here. Two more cards to clarify the soulmate here for Libra. Life experience. The Emperor. Wow, two major arcana cards. So this soulmate energy, not only is it leaving troubled waters behind, right? But, or it will help you to leave troubled waters behind, but you're also leaving behind a very powerful event that has happened. For some of you, it could be a divorce, that kind of energy, a major change in your life, something like that happening. But it's leading to more structure. It could also be indicating someone who's very structured, someone who maybe isn't super flexible. If this Emperor energy represents an individual, could be associated with this life experience energy. But it can be interpreted many different ways, Libra. And because this is a general reading, I want to also offer you a few other ways to see it. So you're leaving behind troubled waters, right? Associated with this soulmate, right? You're going towards smoother waters. You've left this powerful event behind, or in the process of leaving it behind. And this Emperor energy could just be you rebuilding, right? Getting stronger in order to reach your soulmate, right? The soulmate may not be present yet, but for those of you who don't have the physical presence of your soulmate, you are creating more internal structure, more external structure. You're creating a more structured life for yourself, and you're leaving behind the troubling event that happened, right? The powerful event. It may not have been troubling, but it will have been noticeable. Something that has happened, something that has occurred. Again, it could be a move over water. Either way, whatever is happening, if it's an individual, you'll kind of recognize this person as being someone who's very structured, maybe not the most flexible individual, but who does have a heart to offer. But it may not be as present. You might have to spend some time with this person first to really notice their heart. But the way that they show their love is by creating structure, by creating stability, right? If it's not an individual, then it's you, Libra, beginning to create this sense of structure and security within self, a new foundation, because the old foundation, the old belief systems are crumbling in order to make way for the new emerging structures. So there's a lot of different ways to interpret that for you. Okay, Libra, I'm going to go ahead and I think what I want to do, that you've been working with Libra in terms of energetic experiences. So this Princess Summer, this emotional experience, if it's not an individual, it's an emotional experience that's coming into play here. And with it does come this sense of completion. Like it goes very nicely with the Six of Winter, like leaving behind troubled waters here, and in particular here with this Ten of Winter. It's like it can feel very dramatic. It can feel like you were just done in. You were completely, this emotional experience, this really took its toll on you, but you've left it behind. You cannot go backwards. You've built a fence energetically with your thoughts, with your actions, and leaving it behind as you go towards a valley where everything is beautiful and available to you in a way that's different than it was before, because you've changed through this experience. There's also the Hermit energy. So there may be some time where you spend moments where you spend some time with quiet reflection, with contemplation, with understanding your spiritual nature. A lot of times when we go through difficult times, it does push us deeper into our spirituality, into our sense of who we are in the world, and what does it all mean to be here, on this planet, and to have these experiences that can be very painful to our human selves, right? But there's also this lovely Nine of Summer, which is wishes coming true, associated with this Prince of Summer. So if it's an individual, it looks like it's going to lead you to something very, very lovely. And if it's an energy, also like just this emotional experience, it is leaving something behind that was more difficult, going more into your spirituality, maybe spending some time alone, but then having your wishes granted in a lot of different ways. And not necessarily in the form of an individual, but just wishes granted in terms of a greater sense of self, a greater understanding of yourself, is how it feels to me. And then we have this do some research card that was left, that somehow got in the Fairy Tarot deck, that was, I think, left over from the other reading I did. It somehow got mixed in there, but because it did come out for you, I want to talk about it a little bit. It says you need more information about this situation. Look into it further before proceeding. And so it's just kind of a reminder that this wheel energy is when things suddenly move forward, and there is that urge, especially with that Prince of Summer, that feeling emotionally like ready and everything. But remember, like you get to control it as well. Like no matter what the universe does, you always have control over your emotions, and you're always co-creating with the universe. So this is just letting you know, like if you need to do more research, if you want to take a little bit more time to integrate what you've been learning, it's okay, Libra. Do it in your time. The universe, has its hand in there, but we always have free will to experience it as we choose to, because we have our own emotions, our own thoughts, and all of that. So, okay, I want to get one more card for you, Libra, and then I'm going to close out your reading. And I think I want to get it from the Flower Therapy deck. One last piece of advice for Libra. One last piece of guidance. Okay. Balanced friendships. African daisy. It's a beautiful flower depicted here. It's all about the heart. Your friendships work best when there's an equal share of giving and receiving. I think this isn't just about friendships for you, Libra. And I love that it's about giving and receiving, because Libras are all about the balance. And a lot of times with the soulmate energy, it can feel very heady and very out of balance, but you're all about the balance. So come back to that sense of playfulness. Keep your, affirmations, your prayers, and your visualizations in a very level place, a very high place, because it's very important during this time frame to have that sense of give and take, to have that sense of balance. And this card also flipped up, the emotional healing card. Emotional healing is the name of it's the text on the card, and it says bleeding heart, which is the flower here. And it says, it's safe for you to let go of old emotional pain. By doing so, you allow your heart to mend. And it goes so nicely with this. And also with this life experience. This is just confirmation for you, Libra, that things are indeed changing, and that the more that you can continue on with that place of feeling the fullness of what you want as opposed to the void, it will just make it that much smoother for you. So I hope you find that helpful, Libra. I wish you much love, and I will see you on the next video or at your private reading. Till then.